Ever thought about the behind the scenes stuff in a medical spa? Spoiler, it's way more than just glowing skin and good vibes. We're talking about patient safety and legal rules, serious business. Skip the proper procedures and you're looking at a train wreck of risks. Malpractice claims, civil suits, and some very unhappy patients when things don't go as planned. That's why good faith exams are non-negotiable. They bring legit medical oversight to the table, and let's be honest, could totally save you in an investigation or lawsuit. Imagine this, a routine med spa treatment goes sideways. Maybe a patient has a reaction to an injectable, or they're just not thrilled with the results. Next thing you know, they're filing a complaint with a regulatory board, and boom, an investigation is underway. Fast forward to cops showing up at your med spa with a search warrant. You're scrambling to find the good faith exam on file, praying everything was properly documented and approved for that patient you saw over a year ago. But it's either missing or unclear. Cue the panic. Now your business is looking at hefty fines, or worse, potential criminal charges, all because of something that could have been handled easily during the patient's first visit, but it wasn't properly documented. Enter the Good Faith Exam, or GFE, your secret weapon for staying compliant and keeping your medical spa running smoothly. Let's take a look at the anatomy of the GFE so you can make sure they're being done right and your patient encounters turn into success stories. GFEs are required for every patient before beginning any prescriptive service, and annually, at a minimum. Each GFE begins with a documentation of your patient's new goals. Now, sometimes the patient comes in expressing an interest in a particular service or treatment, and we love when that happens because they're closer to being buyers. But experienced care coordination knows these patients still need to tell us that they want a treatment, and many times they're wrong. For example, how many of you have seen a patient come in for botulinum toxin and they want to plump up their lip? When you ask clarifying questions, you find out they were confusing toxin with dermal filler, and the service they originally came in for has now completely changed. That's why your GFE starts with an assessment of each patient's goals. The good thing there is they usually have more than one. A thorough GFE consultation involves asking targeted questions based on the patient's goals. These questions aim to uncover any contraindications for certain services, such as previous ineffective treatments or those with side effects. This helps determine which services may be limited or even unsuitable for helping the patient achieve their desired outcome. The GFE's final stage looks at a patient's eligibility for med spa treatments on a service-by-service basis. This assessment considers their qualifying answers to questions, supplementary information such as uploaded photos and live telemedicine via the audiovisual interface, and their expectations. Training your staff on all of this information might seem impossible, and it is. Fortunately, software now exists that enables safe and scalable good faith exams. This software matches medical spa services with qualifying questions, consents, contraindications, and customizable patient goals. The WeTreat app makes reviewing your GFEs effortless. At a glance, you can see which services are indicated, limited, or contraindicated. It's an all-in-one solution that enhances safety, ensures compliance, and streamlines your sales process. Every encounter is saved permanently, ready to validate your treatments or services with ease.